Namaste everyone. Welcome to OSAT VaadyaVaahini. Today we are going to have senior percussion category and we are going to begin in another few minutes. Now I welcome my colleague Archana to talk about OSAT for a few minutes.
Thank you so much, Manasa. It's indeed a pleasure to talk about OSAT anytime. And I've been a volunteer for OSAT since a year and a half now. So OSAT, as you all know, it's one school at a time. So what exactly we do here is through the funds that we get, we are a non-profit organization. We are a 501c3 non-profit organization. And through the funds we get, we help in the development of rural schools in India. So our main aim is to transform the rural public education, to improve the rural education back in India through infrastructure or through other methods so that the children are not devoid of good education. Now, what is so important about rural India, or why are we targeting that particular place? Now, as you all know, Indian population is huge and there are about 120 million children who are attending government schools. And if you look at the statistics, actually, the children who are attending urban schools is actually less, though it looks like there are a number of children who are attending urban schools, they are more. It's not the case, actually. The number of children who are attending rural schools are actually more, and not just rural, even in the semi-urban regions, the facilities are not that great as we can see in the convents in the cities. Now, what is happening here is the main place where people are lacking behind is the infrastructure. Infrastructure can be anything with respect to classrooms or toilets, or it can be benches and desks. It can be anything of that sort. And there are no teachers in many schools. So due to this, what is happening? There is a lack of facilities that the students are facing, and we need to bridge this gap. Third, there is a lot of difference between the urban and the rural kids in terms of digital education. What is happening nowadays is in the urban schools, children are given homeworks in tabs or laptops, or they have access to the digital media or devices, whereas the same access is not provided to those in the rural side. And we need to give that to them so that the bridge is connected and there is no difference among the two sectors of students. If you see this statistics, the numbers are staggering because there are 40,000 schools with no proper buildings, 19,000 with no playgrounds. There are schools with no compounds and toilet blocks. It might actually seem like a secondary issue, but there are more number of schools without even one toilet block. So there are schools wherein we have provided the toilet block for both girls and boys as well. Power supply and secondary, no libraries. Now, when all these issues are coming up, we help through our organization, we help the students get the benefit, maximum benefit out of what we can give them. The main objectives of our organization is to build classrooms, give good drinking water facilities, and of course, empower e-learning. As I mentioned earlier, we are a 501c3 organization and we are a 100% volunteer-based organization, which means to say that none of us are paid. We are doing this out of our goodwill. So in this slide, you can see 4 schools which are being transformed. So most of the schools, not just in Karnataka, but There are many schools which OSAT has impacted in North India as well. It's not just in South India. This is just to fit 4 schools into one slide. This is just a story of that. But generally, even in North India, there are many schools in Jharkhand, Arunachal Pradesh, etc., where a lot of schools have been transformed. ODC. So the full form of ODC is OSAT Digital Infrastructure. As I mentioned earlier, the main difference between the urban and the rural children is the digital education, the access to digital media devices, and how are we going to implement it. Now, there are the children in the urban schools, they learn like say XYZ topic through a YouTube video or through some other media, whereas the same benefit is not given to the student of the same age in the village region, in the rural region. And we need to see to it that even the rural children get the same kind of education. And especially after COVID, what has happened is many schools had been shut down and many schools followed online teaching. And this time was when many students actually they faced a lot of problem in the rural area to get proper coaching, and they had to have a gap in their education, and we didn't want this to happen. So through our organization, we are helping the kids get that. Also, you might wonder what are the results. So the participation percent was very high. The statistics here, as you can see, there was 83% participation. Not just that, the results of the students after going through this ODC program had improved in high numbers. Their marks had improved, and the way or their approach to things had changed. And there was a tremendous change seen in many students. So definitely this is a success, is what I'm trying to tell you here. One proof of concept is, as you can see here, the Malur Girls School. The Malur Girls School ranked second among 250 schools across Asia in a third-party mathematics trial. So this alone is more than enough to show that the ODC program is being successful and is being implemented to various other schools. Now, definitely in this slide, it says 12 rural schools. We are increasing the numbers, and now more schools are being impacted. They want to adapt this program in their school as well. Of course, last but not the least, we have many companies, many organizations who are our long-time supporters, who are supporting us in every way they can. And a big thank you to everybody, not just the organizations, but even to the contestants, the parents, everybody who are part of this OSAT program. With this, I would like to hand over the stage back to Manasa. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Archana. Thank you so much for explaining the impact of OSAT in such detail. Thank you. We appreciate. So, we are going to begin the competition in another few minutes. Before beginning the competition, I would like to go ahead and go ahead with the talk about the house rules. Each contestant will be given 8 minutes of playtime, and after 8 minutes we will be giving you another 45 seconds, so we don't stop you abruptly. Another 45 seconds. After that there will be penalty. If you go over 45 seconds, there will be 5 points that will be deducted. And also during the competition, our judges might ask you to stop, restart, or readjust your alignment, just to see. We just want to make sure that you give your best output. That is the reason. Please don't be startled. You will not be penalized for that. We will not be judging you based on that. So please feel free, give your best performance, and we would like to go ahead and begin the competition with Aditya, Rajiv. Can we have Aditya on stage, please?
Can I begin? Yeah,
Wait,
one second, Aditya. Judges, we are starting with contestant number 3.
contestant number 3,
Yeah,
Aditya.
please
Hello,
make a note. Yeah.
hello, Aditya. How are you?
Hi, doing good.
How can you tell us where are you joining from?
I'm joining from Folsom, California.
Very nice. Can you talk about what you will be presenting today, and then we.
Yeah, I'll be presenting a Taniyavartanam in Mr. Chaputaram,
Okay.
and I can put it to start.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Aditya. You may leave the main stage. Judges, please note that was Aditya Rajiv, contestant number 3. Now I will go ahead and invite our next participant. That is Raghav Manikandan, contestant number 4, Raghav Manikandan.
Hi,
Hello, Raghav. How are you?
I'm good.
Can you tell us where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
New Jersey. Nice to see you. Please
Thank
go ahead and introduce yourself and talk about what you will be presenting today, and you may begin, okay?
Hi, my name is Raghav Manikandan. I am going to be performing a Taniyavartanam in Aditalam consisting of Chatushanade, Tishanade followed by a Mohara Muktaya. Ta dim 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 kidatakata dim 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 kidatakata dim 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 kidatakata dim 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 kidatakata dim 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 kidatakata dim 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 kidatakata dim 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 kidatakata dim 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 kidatakata dim 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 dim
Thank you very much, Raghav. Now you may leave the main stage. Next, let's invite Bhargav Narayanan. Let's have spotlight on Bhargav.
Namaskaram.
Namaste, Bhargav. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
We are doing good. Please let us know, where are you joining from?
I'm joining from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. You're welcome to OSAT. Please introduce yourself and then please let us know what you will be presenting today, and you may begin.
My name is Bhargav Narayanan. I'm 14 years old and I'll be presenting a Tanyarthanam in Aditalam.
Thank you very much, Bhargav. Now you may leave the main stage. Wow, how fantastic has been today. I'm sure all my colleagues and all the judges agree. All this Liam has filled us up with so much joy today, isn't it? All right. So next I will invite our contestant number 2, that is Arul Nagarajan. That is Arul Nagarajan. Can we have the spotlight on Arul, please? Hello, Arul. Namaste. How are you doing?
Well, my name is Arul. Oh, I'm doing good. Thank you.
Where are you joining from, Arul?
I'm joining from Chapel Hill in North Carolina.
Very nice. Very nice to have you here. Please
Thank
introduce
you.
yourself and let us know what you'll be presenting, and then you may go ahead. Judges, please note this is Arul, contestant number 2.
My name is Arul. I'm 17 and I'll be playing Adi Talam for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Arul. Now you may leave the main stage. Next, I'd like to welcome Rushil. Hello, Rushil.
Namaste.
Namaste. Please introduce yourself. Also, first, let us know where are you joining us from?
So I'm joining from Detroit, Michigan.
That's right. Welcome to VaadyaVaahini. Please introduce yourself and then give a brief description of what you will be presenting us today, and then you may begin.
So, namaste. My name is Rushil Yavle. I've been learning from Sri Hemant Baptiwale since the last 8 years. And today I will be presenting a peshkar in Ektal. After that, I'll be playing one of Pandit Zakir Husain's compositions, which is a qaida in Ektal, then followed by a paran, 2 tukdas, and a chakradar. Tita dhage tita kadhe tita dhage tita kadhe tita kadhe tita kadhe tita dhage tita kadhe tita dhage tita kadhe dhim ran dha tat dhir dhir tat tat dha tat dhir dhir tat tat dha tat dhir dhir.
Thank you, Rochelle. Now you may leave the main stage. Next, I will invite Shyam Ravidat.
Hi. Yeah.
Hello, namaste.
Namaste.
How are you?
I'm good.
Where are you joining us from?
Portland, Oregon.
Portland. So welcome to OSAT VaadyaVaahini. Please introduce yourself and let us know what you will be playing today. And then
Yes.
you begin.
Yeah, so I'm Sham. I'm 14 years old, and I'm going to be playing Adi Tala today at Tani. Okay, so should I start?
Yes, you may begin. very much, Shyam. You may leave the main stage now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I would like to invite our next participant. That is participant number 8, Aryaman Ranjan. Can we have the spotlight on Aryaman, please?
Hi,
Hello, Aryaman. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Where are you joining us from?
I'm from Novi, Michigan.
Fantastic. Welcome to VaadyaVaahini. Please introduce yourself and also let us know what you will be presenting today, and then you may begin.
Namaste, my name is Aryaman Ranjan. I'm 17 years old, and today I'll be playing in Rupak. I'll be playing a Peshkar that turns into a Kaida. Then I'll be playing a Rela and a Chakradar.
Aryaman, we cannot hear.
Not hear
Yeah,
you.
I forgot to turn on my original audio.
Okay.
No problem. You reset the timer, please. Arman. Thank you so much for participating in VaadyaVaahini. And I will go ahead and invite our next contestant, that is Achyut Komandur. May we have the spotlight on Achyut, please? Hello, Achyut.
Hi,
Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Where are you joining us from?
Cupertino, California.
Very nice. You may go ahead and introduce yourself and also let us know what you'll be presenting today, and then you may begin.
Okay. Namaskaram. My name is Achyut Komandur. I'm going to be playing at Taniyaruthanam in Adi Talam, in Chatisram and Tisram Nares. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Achyut. One of our judges has a small question for you.
Yeah.
Sanjeev, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Achut. Just a quick one. Do you also learn Mridangam or do you learn only Kanjara?
Yeah, I learned Mridangam first. I learned Mridangam for about 8 years, and then I stopped and then switched to Ganjira. And I've been learning Ganjira for the past 3 years.
You stopped? Okay. Do you play any other instrument other than Kanjara?
I started learning the drums recently, a few months back.
Okay. Thank you, Achut.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Achyut. You may leave the main stage now. Next, I would like to call upon our last contestant for the day, Krish Mohan. Can we have the spotlight on Krish, please? Namaste, Krish.
Namaskaram.
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
We are all doing good. Where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from Austin, Texas.
Okay, fantastic. Please go ahead and introduce yourself and also let us know what you'll be presenting today, and then you may begin, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Namaskaram. My name is Krish Mohan. I'm a disciple of Dr. VaadyaVaahini Subramaniam. I'll be presenting a Tanyavardham in Aditalam.
Thank you very much, Krish. I would like to go ahead and thank all the participants today. Thank you so much. As we always talk about kids helping kids, you participating in VaadyaVaahini today has contributed towards building rural schools in India. As pointed out earlier by my colleague Archana, India resides mostly in villages. Around 120 million children attended government schools in rural India. Me being from a farmer's family background, I would like to point out about one thing. Lack of rural schools is also not only impacting the education, it is also impacting small farmers. They're forced to sell their lands and they're all moving to the urban areas seeking for better education for their children. Providing quality of schools in rural areas, we're also preserving the tradition. They all can stay in their ancestral homes and continue their farming, and we can see the better future for India this way. Thank you so much. Through your contribution and through OSAT's targeted investment and strategic partnership, OSAT is providing basic infrastructure for rural schools in India that bring children to school and keep them learning. Thank you. We appreciate you all. I'd like to call my colleague Mangala to thank everybody for today. Thank you, Mangala.
Thank you, Manasa. I am a little bit speechless and looking for the right words to describe what we just experienced. They say music can totally transport us to a totally different world. And that is exactly what happened in just the last 1.5 hours that we have been listening to all these performances. So first, let me thank all the contestants for the wonderful job they did. You literally took us to a completely different world. For the last 1.5 hours, we didn't care what the weather is outside and what the weather is inside, nothing. All we could do was listen to this beautiful music that you have presented to us. So one thing is very clear to me. The judges are definitely going to have a very rough time ranking you guys into your positions of 1, 2, 3. I wish this hadn't been a contest. I wish we could give a prize to each and every one of you. That said, I know something that we just realized. This is the 3rd year we've been running the contest. The bar you guys have set is already very high. Each and every one of you is outshining the other. So we are definitely going to talk to the judges, get some input from them. Maybe next year, instead of just a performance, we may have to do a written test and a Jeopardy type of quiz, whatever. We need to change the parameters. Otherwise, each and every one of you is making it so difficult, to judge based on your performances. You're all so wonderful. So, to the junior contestants, I always say, here is a big hug from OSAT to all of you. The junior kids are 8 to 12, but I know you're in the 13 to 17 age group and you're in the side hug stage. But nevertheless, here is a big hug and a big pat on the back from all of us at OSAT to all of you guys. You're tremendous. So the next, I'd like to thank all the gurus of these youngsters. These youngsters can make any guru proud because they have, I think, followed all the teachings that you have given them, and they have come here and they've given us the very best of what they have learned from you. So congratulations to all the gurus, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for making sure that these kids are carrying on the tradition and keeping our Indian culture and heritage and the arts alive, because growing up in this country, it is not easy. I know I'm a mom and I know what my kid went through during his teen years. So thank you for allowing them to focus on something very positive that they can take and do for the rest of their lives. It's a huge gift that all gurus can give their students, and you have done that. So congratulations, and from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you. And we also thank the parents because obviously you have taken the interest and you have motivated them. You have made sure that they take the time to practice, and I know you will be running around carpooling and doing whatever you need to do to get them to the teachers and to practice and so on. So from the bottom of our hearts, again, thank you so much. So At this time, I'd like to invite Manasa back to introduce our judges. Manasa, take it away.
I'll go ahead and invite my colleague Archana to introduce our judges panel and also to seek feedback from them. Thank you, Archana.
Thank you, Manasa. It's my immense pleasure to introduce the esteemed panel of judges for today's event. I would like to start off with our first judge, Shri Sanjeev Palamand. A regular performer on the Mridanga, Sanjeev is a sought-after musician for music concerts and dance recitals. He has performed at many prestigious venues with eminent artists in India and North America. He is also adept with the Konakol Kanjira and is a music composer. He has arranged music for ensembles, TV shows, live theater, albums, and short films, and has recorded and produced over 20 tracks. Sanjeev ji, thank you so much for being with us today, for spending your time and judging all the contestants.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Our second judge is Srimati Shonali Srivastava. She is an accomplished tabla player, Kathak dancer, and vocalist. She is a regular recording artist for AIR Doordarshan, which is the state-run Indian radio and TV channel in India. She has recorded many shows for TV in the USA as well. Currently, she's a performer and a teacher in Bay Area. Shonali ji, thank you so much for being a part of OSAT. It's our pleasure to have you today.
Thank you so much.
Our third judge is Shri Krishna Prasad Banaje. Shri Krishna Prasad is a percussion artist and trained tabla player under the guidance of Shri Madhava Acharya and Udayaraj Karpo. In his free time, he teaches young kids during the weekends. He is engineer turned business executive by profession. Krishna ji, thank you so much for being a part of OSAT. It's our pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you.
Our fourth judge is Shri Akshara Raghu. Akshara Raghu is a drummer and a percussionist from the Bay Area. He's completed 8 grades in drum kit from Trinity College of Music, London, and has performed across India in various genres of music such as Carnatic classical, fusion, folk, and film music. He continues to perform for live concerts, dance arrangements, and recordings in the US. Akshara ji, thank you so much for joining us today. It's our pleasure having you with us.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Thank you. So the feedback from all the 4 of you is very important for us because the contestants would like to take your feedback and improvise further on their upcoming concerts. So I would like to start off with Sanjeev ji. So Sanjeev ji, we would like to hear your feedback.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, thanks to OSAT for organizing this. It's been such a great day today. The junior category in the morning and senior category now. I think it's time to go practice for me after seeing everyone play. But I just had a couple of tips. Not that, I mean, everybody played so well, but just I wanted to share some of my thoughts. So we have learned how the instrument sounds and we have learned all the basics and all of that. What next, right? Do we just keep playing? But what are we trying to show when we play? So I think it's important to go deeper and dig through the emotions and bring out what we think. I always keep saying this, music should be an extension of ourself, our mind. It's like a language, and especially an instrument like mridanga or tabla, where you actually don't get the melody directly, but it's all sounds. How do we bring out a story? And it's important as teenagers for us to, I'm not a teenager, for the contestants to go deeper and show emotions and go beyond what is actually just the sound of the instrument. And yeah, that's what I wanted to just say. Thank you, everyone. I'm sure we're going to have a tough time judging.
Thanks, Sanjeev. I would next go to Shonali ji. Your feedback, please.
Sure. I mean, I had a wonderful day today. It's a busy day, but I thoroughly enjoyed morning session and evening session. And I was feeling like not as a judge, like I enjoying some concert. And I'm very happy to hear not only Bay Area musician and artists and young generation, also kids from outside of Bay Area, and very happy to hear all those performances. And I used to come to OSAT when they used to do it here, live performances. As Sanjeev ji said, in your future, like when you perform or practice, not only just the composition, just add some more feel to your playing, or you can also try more use your own creativity or whatever you like to do or add. So you can try that, not only just what we have learned, or you can also use your own style of playing or your variations, and that'll be a lot of fun. I mean, it's a beautiful art, and thank you so much to all the parents and teachers who are giving and passing beautiful art to your young generation. And young generation have a lot of creativity and power and muscles, and they can use and channelize their energy into the very positive playing, and as long, I mean, at the same time, alive our culture and heritage and tradition on this very positive and very wonderful to see young generation participating, learning, and keeping our arts alive. Thank you so much for giving me a chance and to be part of this wonderful reason and OSAT and listening to all these young generation artists. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, Shonali ji. I would now like to call upon Krishna Prasad ji.
Namaste. So I don't know what to say because this is my second year, and first of all, congratulations to all the participants. I think pretty much everybody did a wonderful job, and that totally reflects on Guru Shishya Parampara and contribution to their hard work, as well as and also the guidance from their teacher, right? And as Mangalaji mentioned, I think we need to create a new category probably next year, maybe like a performer category or something like that, right? So pretty much everybody is up to the mark in my view in terms of how they have performed. But I think I second the same thought what Sanjeev ji mentioned. I think what to how to look at from a next level, how to take this to a next level. So from that point of view, I have two tips. Maybe one of them applicable to both Mridangam, Kanjira, Tabla, whichever percussion instrument, but the other one is more applicable to Tabla. The first one is, I think I'm more interested always when I listen, and listening is a amazing skill, actually speaking, especially for music. If you look at it, listening is very much important. Today, if I close my eyes, I can still listen to all the kaidas or stuffs he has. My guru has taught me 30 years ago. I can still listen to that. I can still hear how it was sounding. That is still lies with me throughout my life. But today's generation has a lot more access to so much of content online. And it is an amazing world today where they can listen to any program which has just happened 24 hours ago in some part of the world. So that is something hopefully kids love to follow. I think that's one other beautiful way to keep up with new concerts and new programs which is happening other side of the world. And you can listen and you can learn a lot from listening. And I think from that point of view, I want to just to talk about 2 points. One is about time interval. Like even if you look at just the Thirakitataka, right? Just practicing Thirakitataka, either for Tabla or Mridangam, and time interval between each of the bowl, and how consistently you play every time, and that brings in some melody when it comes to percussion. So, and especially when you look at from a tabla point of view, I think this is very, very, very important, and I'm pretty sure for Mridangam as well. And the other point which I wanted to talk about is, how best you make use of daya, which is dagga on the tabla side, and you can really, really make it talk. And I really wish every participants think of, especially if you're a tabla player, think of how to make it talk. And the world is so vast. I mean, opportunity is so much on tabla side to make it what we call in Hindustani classical is gayaki style. A instrument can be played in such a way that it sounds like vocal, right? And only some instrument can be played like in vocal. And not all the musicians, even the maestros, cannot play. It is like in a gayaki style. But tabla, in a similar way, out of all the percussion, you can make it like a gayaki style. You can make it talk. So I wish kids are encouraged to focus on that, and as Sanjeev ji mentioned, look at how to make it more melodious, and how to think of how, if you are accompanying a instrumentationist or a vocalist, how to make it more melody. And I think that's where I think you can take your skills to the next level. And I wish everybody all the best, and continue to keep up your riyaz. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishna ji. Akshara ji.
The issue of being the last speaker is you'll be out of points. Most of them have covered everything. So I resonate almost same things what all of the judges said. And it's been a wonderful day. Lot of great talent. As Sanjeev mentioned, feels like I have to go back and practice a lot. And when we were young, right, when we were in competitions, be it any kind of competition, it's not only music or anything. When judges came on stage and said, it's becoming a tough time to judge, I always felt, why are these people saying like this? It's just a matter of, marks and adding things. But now I really feel, okay, it is a difficult job. Like, they have performed so well. And I mean, so many of people are so close to, each other in points. And it's really a difficult task to make a decision, but we have to anyway do it. Apart from that, there are no other, tips from my end. As everyone mentioned, Sanjeev and Krishna Prasad sir and Shunali also, it's more important to enjoy the instrument rather than, just learning. And, it's not like mugging and writing it in the exam, right? It's better to understand and do it. Same way, it's more important to enjoy what you do, what you play, and what you learn. So that's the only, I will not say advice or a tip, but, at the end, you are doing music to enjoy. So that's the root and prime of it. So enjoy what you play. That's all I have. Yeah.
Thanks, Aksharaji. So just a note to the audience, all the 4 judges are very eminent artists. They're very sought after musicians. Their calendars are full always. So before I hand over the stage back to Manasa, I would again extend a big thank you from OSAT to all 4 of you. And as all of you mentioned, every contestant has set the bar so high. I'm sure you'll have a tough time now in deliberation. But thank you again for spending your day with us here in judging VaadyaVaahini. With this, I would like to hand over the stage back to Manasa. Thank you. You're muted.
Sorry. Thank you, Archana. Thank you all the judges for sharing your wisdom with all our contestants. By saying this, we will conclude this competition, and we will go ahead and we will go for the deliberation. On behalf of OSAT, we wish all the contestants and all the best for their musical journey. Thank you, everyone.